Hi friends, happy Thursday. Thanks for being here. My name's Jana. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I have got a fun card to do with you today. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I hope you will like what you see and subscribe. I hope everyone will give me a thumbs up. That's greatly appreciated. I am super close, super. I'm like at 1.99 or whatever of getting to 2,000 subscribers. So I'm excited about that. Okay, so the card that I am making today uses this Bistro Burger stamp and die set. This was not one that was on my radar, but then after I saw somebody use it, I thought, oh, that is so cute. And it's just a great set for kind of guy cards, I think. Plus, if you were going to do a barbecue, you could do all kinds of cute things, invitations, you could do pics to put in things, little name cards. You know, if you're taking a dish to a barbecue, you could make a little card to put, you know, take along with your dish. So there's just some fun things you can do with this set. Hey, Brian, how are you? Oh, you're running to the store and I'm in the car. Awesome. Just keep your eyes on the road. Okay, so one other reminder, if you earned any bonus days coupons last month in July, can you believe it's August already? Hey, it's my birthday month. My birthday's this weekend. Then you can start using those coupons as of today. So don't forget to use your coupons. Okay, for those of you who don't, well, so you might know me through, you know, being online, whatever, being on YouTube. But if you've never met me in person, I just told you it's my birthday month. My birthday's this weekend. How old do you think I am? I won't be offended. You can give me your best guess. Okay, so shall we get started? I think we should because this card is just a tad bit involved. Oh, I did get some new things in. I think I'll show those at the end. But let's get going. So I have a piece. Let me get my ruler out here so I can just tell you what size this is. Not that it matters a whole lot because you can do things the sizes that you want. This isn't like a fun fold or anything. So this measures 5¼ by 4, this piece here. And I'm going to create just my background. So super simple. If you don't have background paper and you want a background for your card, make it yourself. So I'm just taking my Stampin' Up! Blends. In this case, I am using Real Red. And I'm just going to start off the edge of my cardstock here and draw a line. And yes, they're going to be wavy and not perfect. And that's perfectly okay. In fact, I kind of want them to be a little wonky. So I'm going to just try to, you know, do some spacing that's kind of the same along. And I'm also going to try to make it so that I don't start going off on a slant. You could do yours on a slant on purpose though, and then it wouldn't matter. But even though they're wonky and wavy, I'm trying to just go straight down the paper, keeping in mind how much room I still have left and how many more lines I want to squeeze in there. So I think I'll make this one just a little bit closer here so that these won't be right on top of each other at the end. So there's that. Okay, and then I want to do a yellow line. Let me see, I've got 3 yellows out here. Which one did I use? I have Dark Lemon Lolly, Light Daffodil Delight, and Dark Daffodil Delight. Let me just color a little bit over here. I don't think it's that one. Maybe I used Lemon Lolly. Let me see. Let's just take a look at the difference here. Those two look an awfully lot alike, don't they? Okay, I think I'm going to use this one, Lemon Lolly, and this is the dark. So I'm just going to start over here and I'm using the fine tip this time. And I'm just going to draw one line down in between each of the reds. So I saw something on a scrapbook.com video today that I thought was so cool, and I'm going to share this information because I just thought it was great. If you like to do rub-on things, you know, rub-ons, they put the rub-on down onto their cardstock and then ran it through their die cutting machine, and the machine did all the rub-on work. I thought that was the coolest thing, and I've never seen that before. So I just thought I would pass that on for you to try if you're interested, if you like to do rub-ons. Okay, so I've turned my paper the opposite direction, and I am just going to do the same thing with my red marker. And I'm making just sort of a fun kind of gingham sort of effect here for my background. I should probably straighten it up here, make sure I'm not going all wonky, and it looks like even though my lines are wavy and goofy, they're kind of still going straight, if that makes any sense. Okay, there we go. Now I've got my patterned paper for my background. Yay! All right, next, let me get into my little bag of goodies here. I did some of my die cutting ahead of time because I didn't want to take up your whole afternoon. Let me pull out and see what I did ahead of time so I know what not to do now. Okay, so I have my stamps mounted up on a block already. Let me just pull them in here so I can see what I want to do first. I think I'll go ahead and stamp the burger. Now this stamp's fun because you can make it a single burger like it is here, or you can stamp it multiple times and cut it apart and build a, you know, a double burger or a triple burger or whatever size burger you want to build. I'm just going to build a single burger today. I'm going to stamp my burger in copper clay, just because. I just didn't really want to stamp it in black. These are rubber stamps. Oh, you know, a lot of our stamps are the clear photopolymer. and then some are rubber. And these are rubber. Okay, so I'm going to stamp the French fries also in this color. Leaving room because I'll be die cutting these out. So I'm leaving a little bit of room for my dies to be able to go on there. And then we have a pickle, and I'm going to stamp that out in garden green. Cute. Okay, let's get to coloring. All right, so yeah, let's start with the bun. So I've got some various shades here. I have ivory, and then from the numbered colors, I've got 800 and 900. And if I remember right on my practice one, I think I colored in this little area here with the ivory. So I'm just going to come in here and do that quickly. And then you kind of can't see it back there, but I think I'll just pretend. There we go. And then let me see here. Give myself a little palette. All right, so that's the darker. So let me just kind of go around the outside edges, and everywhere where they've already put all this kind of shadowing in for us ahead of time to make it a little easier. I'm going to put the darker color in those areas. And then I may have to come back and go over them again. We'll see. We'll see. And then we've got the bottom bun down here. If you haven't had lunch yet today, this may make you hungry in the end. Who knows? We are going to go have fish and chips for my birthday. Okay, so that was number, I don't know if I told you, that was number 800. And then this is number 900, which is just slightly lighter. And then I probably will come back in and just do a little bit more shading around after this kind of dries and we see what it looks like. You could do like a rye bun too and make it a darker color. I'm not sure if I've ever had a burger with those rye buns. I don't know. Okay, so we'll let that dry. This was the darker. I'm going to keep that over there on my right. Okay, so next I see pickles in there. So I've got light and dark old olive, and that's what color I'm going to color the pickles. This is not a Big Mac because this one does not have 3 buns and 2 pieces of meat. But if it were a Big Mac, we would have to do 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. This is not a sesame seed bun. All right, so, but you could put some sesame seeds on there, and like I said, you can make your burger whatever size you want and go back there and turn this into sort of a Big Mac, although Big Macs don't have tomatoes and this does. And Big Macs have shredded lettuce. this has leaf lettuce. Okay, so now the lettuce I'm going to color with light granny apple green. And then we'll come back and do those tomatoes. Ooh, I got a really nice tomato this morning at the grocery store, and some corn on the cob, the first that I've bought this summer, and a watermelon, and I think that was the first that I've bought this summer. I have tried all the different methods that people talk about in picking out a watermelon, and today I just decided to go with the thump it, and if it sounds hollow, that's the one method. Because I've tried some of the others and they didn't seem to, you know, some of those didn't turn out good, and it's like, okay, let's just go with the old thump it method and hope for the best. All right, there's all the lettuce. Now, see this bit right here? This bit? That could be, and there's some more, that could be sauce, mayonnaise, mustard, ketchup, whatever you want that to be. I'm going to make it be ketchup, and then I'm putting my cheese down here on the bottom. It's a really thin little layer that you can see, but that's where I'm going to put my cheese. Let's do the tomatoes next. I'm going to do them, excuse me, with, let's see here, what am I going to do them with? I'm going to do them with the light and dark poppy parade, because tomatoes have that more sort of orangey red color, right? If you are using a red tomato, maybe you're using a different color. But I'm using red tomatoes on my burger today. And are you doing a regular burger or are you doing a veggie burger? All right, so I'm using the light poppy parade in the centers here of the tomato. Cute. All right, so let's do mustard. So I'm going to use Dark Daffodil Delight for mustard. Has that kind of mustardy yellow color there, and we'll do another little drip of it over here. Okay, and then cheese, and maybe, do I want to do this dark lemon lolly color again for cheese? Or maybe I want to do light daffodil delight. Let's see. Okay, we'll go with this. Like I said, the cheese is so skinny along the bottom here. And, you know, again, you could make that be something different and not cheese. I'll hold it up. Maybe you can see the yellow there. That's the cheese. All right, so now I think what I'm going to do is come back up and go over my, where I want it to be a little darker again, now that it's sort of dried. Just going to do that real quick, nothing fancy because they've already put all the shading lines in there, so you can get fancy with it if you want. It's going to be cute either way, fancy coloring or not fancy coloring. If you do really fancy coloring, people are going to look at it and say, wow, look, she's a really great color artist. They're not going to say that when they look at mine, but they will say, oh, that's a cute card. Maybe, hopefully. Hopefully they'll think that. Okay, so there's that. Now then, let's color the burger, and don't gasp when I start coloring because I'm using number 200 and it's going to be dark, but in the end, it's going to be okay. But you know, to me, when you've barbecued a burger, this is about the color it turns out, right? Most of the time. And this marker is really juicy, so I'm trying to be very careful so that my color doesn't bleed into my mustard and lettuce and all that kind of stuff. We don't want none of that. Okay, so there is that. I'm not done with that, but I'm going to let that dry. Let's do the pickle next. Let me see here if I want to do it in, okay, let's just try this color. This is the light old olive. Looks like a pretty good pickle color. And I will probably come back in just around the edges and do a little bit of the dark. And again, I had stamped this out with the garden green. This looks like a dill pickle to me. Are you one of those people that don't like sweet pickles? I love sweet pickles, okay? I mostly like to chop them up and put them in like chicken salad or I don't eat a whole lot of tuna fish anymore. I used to love it when I was a kid, but I don't know what it is. I prefer the canned chicken and make chicken salad more than I do tuna, but anyway, I like it in that. But you know, there's certain things that I like to eat a sweet pickle with, but I do love dill pickles. Okay, so I'm just trying to pull in where I put that dark, pull that in and blend it out a little bit. I mean, it's just a paper pickle, for heaven's sakes. We don't have to get too fancy with it. There we go. All right, so now the French fries. Let me bring back these colors. I can't remember which was which now because I put them away. Okay, that's the dark one. So I'm just going to color them all real quick with this light. And I'm definitely not doing anything fancy here, but in the end, I'm going to come back over the top of them with a little bit of yellow that is going to give them more that French fry color look. Okay, so we will do our best to make them look more like the color of French fries. Okay. Brian says the background reminds him of the basket weave vintage glasses. And he's telling me happy birthday. Thank you. I have a cousin. I'm 4 days older than her. We were born exactly 4 days apart the same year. And I have a picture of my grandma holding us both. She's standing and she's got a baby in each arm, my cousin and I love that picture. Okay, so there's that color. And then I'm just going to come back over and do the sides and make them a little bit crispier here. And the ends. And in here where the shadow is. Okay, so there's a pile of fries, and I'll come back with the yellow on that in a minute. In the meantime, let's go back over here to this meat patty. I've got my my color lifter, and I'm just going to come through the middle of this hamburger patty and do some scribbling. And then I'm going to kind of go where I see the stamped lines are and just go over the tops there a bit. And it's going to take a minute for this to dry and for that color to lift. But then you'll see that it's going to look more like a hamburger patty and not just a big brown blob of a line across there. Okay, now the yellow. Let's see. Which yellow do I want to use here? That may be a bit too bright, so let's look back here at this light daffodil. That looks bright. I think that one's going to be okay though. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of add some yellow in here and there, and it will fade into what we've already colored. But it will just give it a little bit more of that sort of French fry color. There we go. All right, I think we're done with that. But while I'm stamping, let me grab my little piece here that is going to be the greeting. I've already powdered it because I'm going to heat emboss it. So I'm going to use my Versamart here. And I picked out the greeting that says, "Here's to a great guy." Hello! My Crafty Adventures says it's an adorable stamp set, and I have to agree. Okay, so here we go. This strip looks a little wonky to me, like it's wider at one end than the other. So let me just try to stamp this somewhat centered on this strip. And here is my white embossing powder. I don't think I've got too many stray pieces there, so that's good. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and heat this so I don't mess it up, and then I'll die cut those other pieces real quick. And then I'm just going to wipe off that powder. Okay, so that piece is ready. Let's bring the dies back in. I went ahead and put mine on a magnetic sheet because I figured these are ones that I'm probably going to use a lot because they're so cute. Okay. Oh, when I was watching that scrapbook.com video this morning, they are coming out with a magnetic magic mat. I have one of their regular magic mats for my electric machine here, but they will fit, you can get them to fit on whatever die cutting machine you have. But they're coming out with a magnetic one. It's not out just yet, but I have a feeling maybe next week. So I'm kind of excited about that. Supposedly, they said it works really well. And I think that would help so that you don't have to be taping things down. I like to tape things down just because I don't like them shifting. Okay, so I don't think I have that lined up quite where I want it, so let's try again. There we go. Okay, let me cut these out real quick. If you're curious about what a magic mat looks like, this is mine. I have like the extra long one, but you can get like a regular short one. And what this does is replace your bottom pad, cutting pad, okay? Look, it's a hamburger. Excuse me. And fries. You know what? I took a picture of how these were laid out on the original piece of cardstock that or paper that they came on so that I can line things back up where they were. It doesn't matter on my magnetic one because I've got plenty of room on there for that. Okay, let me move those out of the way here. And this. So we've got burger, fries, and pickle. And then I mentioned already that I had already cut pieces out. Let me see if I can dump these out and not lose anything. Just because I wanted to not take up hours of your afternoon. Okay. So here I cut out an extra little French fry, so I've got that. And then I've got these two little round pieces, which are an olive, a green olive, which I don't like. I do not like green olives. No, I don't. But a paper one's fine. Okay, so this is the pimento part that is on the inside of the green olive. And I'm just going to color it red. So, you know, I have found, because I like to do a lot of die cutting, and I have found that if you have a lot of small pieces and stuff, it's easier to just cut everything out of white cardstock and go back and color them, especially like if they're just small pieces, than it is to, you know, get scraps and cut everything out of the colored cardstock. It's so much faster to just be able to cut a bunch of things out all at once out of the white and then go back in and add your color. Okay, so there's that. I think that's the only thing left I need to color. All right, let me bring in my silicone sheet here. See if I can pick things up. Get my take your pick tool, so much easier. Okay, let me pull this up and get some things out of the way. Might help if I get my lid on there straight. There we go. Okay, so I want to add some glue. I should have my little tweezers out here. But it's okay, we will do it. So tiny. Now there is a little slit cut in that. If you can see it, I will hold it up. Maybe you can see it in there. There's a little slit. Makes it easier for this little tiny toothpick, and yes, there is a die for it. Can you even see it? This toothpick. I cut it out of crumb cake cardstock. Okay, so let me get my pokey end here of my take your pick tool and just open that little slot up a little bit there so I can get the toothpick. Are you saying, oh my goodness, I wouldn't even mess with that? But come on, it turns out so cute in the end. Okay. Let me just put a drop of glue on the back of this. Move it up a little bit, I guess. I didn't put the pin in my glue, so I better do that so it doesn't start clogging. Okay. Oh, thanks so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. You will find me doing other things on my channel besides just Stampin' Up. So I've been stamping since the late 80s or mid 80s. So I have a room full of fun here that I like to play with. Okay, so there is the olive on the toothpick. How cute is that? But we're going to put a little flag up on the top because usually, you know, there's always some kind of little, oh, my fingernails are not wanting to pick things up today. There's usually some kind of little frilly thing or flag on the top of the toothpick. So yeah, we'll put a little flag. There's this kind of banner piece in the dies, and then there's also like one that's more shaped like in a triangle, like a pennant. So you can actually make a banner using those pieces if you want to. So there we go. Our toothpick is made. How cute. All right. Now then, what do I want to do next? Let's do the ketchup. So I cut the container out of a piece of vellum. First, when I cut it out of some silver foil cardstock, but then I realized after I cut the ketchup piece out that that doesn't work right. Because if you put the ketchup in the thing, you can't see it if it's silver cardstock, and it looks really silly to put it on the top. And I don't even like putting it on the top of the vellum, so I'm going to put it behind the vellum like a little plastic condiment cup. You know what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm laying down? Okay, so let me just do that there. And where's my fry? Here's my fry that my extra French fry that I cut. Let me put just a dab of glue there to hold that in place. There we go. And then what I am gonna do, I am going to, because vellum, you know, it shows all your adhesive, I'm going to totally put glue over the whole front of my ketchup. I know that looks weird. Let me just do this. Let me just do it. Okay, wipe my finger off. Sit that down. Let me use my take your pick tool and put this right here. And I'm just using my fingernail to kind of push that glue. There was a couple of little globs of it there. I don't want those globs because I don't want it to look like that when it's dry. Okay. So there's our little ketchup cup with French fry dipped in. I'm going to pull it up just a touch if I can. It's already getting pretty glued in there, but that's okay. All right, so there's that. Oh, the knife. Look how cute this knife is. Okay, so I cut the blade out of silver foil cardstock, and I cut the handle out of just basic black cardstock. And let me just put, no, I'm going to put the glue on here because I don't want it where the holes are. So when you cut it out of the blade out of the silver like that, and if you don't have silver, you can always use like a gray cardstock or whatever. Then it shows through the little circles, so it looks like the little screws that hold the handle onto the knife, right? It's so cute. Look. All right, so that piece is ready. This is our little serving board. So that's actually going to go like that. And I cut this out of, let me tell you, it's the wood, the Country Woods Designer Series paper. So there's all these really cool wood patterns in here. Okay, so we've got that. We've got all of our food pieces, our toothpick. I think this is the only thing left I really need to do. So I wanted to incorporate the flames into my card because I thought they were kind of cool. So I cut them out of Daffodil Delight. Am I saying that right? Daffodil Delight cardstock. And I have my little finger daubers here. Is this one? This is Poppy Parade. So let me pull my ink. So that again is that kind of orangey red. Now you could totally cut them out of white and use alcohol markers or whatever to color them up however you want to do. But I just thought this was easier to kind of make my flames. To start with the yellow and then come in with the orangey red. Fire! Remember Beavis and Butthead? Did you ever watch any of that? Didn't he say fire or something? I don't know. I just remember that way back in the day. So dumb. Okay. I think it looks pretty cool. I likey. All right, so let me do this other one. Okay, I know I'm being quiet. I get focused on what I'm doing and then I quit talking. So don't fall asleep. Okay, I think that's good. Now, how cute would these flames be? Hang on. I think I've shown you guys the potions and spell. This is the one of the Halloween sets that is an online exclusive. But how cute would these flames be under the pot, right? Eek! Okay. All right. Stay focused, Jana. We're on this card now. All right, so I've got all the parts and pieces. Let me pull out the rest of the pieces of my card. So I'm using a brown card base. This is Early Espresso, 4¼ by 5½ card. I have a layer here of Real Red. It's going to go on next. But before I get too carried away, let me build my this piece, my background piece. So I have another piece of that wood. This is a different pattern. Sorry, I'm putting the pen back in my glue. Okay. So I'm just making kind of a countertop with this. Let me get everything out of the way here. Yeah, that's the side there that I want. I'm getting to the bottom of this roll of adhesive on my gun here. I think I've got enough to get through this card. Okay, so this, do I like it that way or this way? I like it that way. Okay, so this I'm just lining up right to the bottom here. And that's going to be my kind of table or countertop. And then we've got our cutting board serving tray here. Look at the texture on the back of that. This die cuts in all these dotted lines and stuff. There's lots of texture on there, but then that side of the paper is already so textured because it looks like peeling paint. I love this paper pack. It's pretty cool. I like to do vintage things and country kind of things, so I love, you know, papers that go along with that. Okay, so we're going to put our little cutting board tray right here. Okay, let's do the flames next. So the flames, I'm going to put right along there just for the fun of it, just as a little decoration for our flaming, hot off of the flaming grill burger. So there is one, and then this one, I only need to put glue to about there, and then we'll snip off what we're not using. I probably didn't need to go up that flame at all, but that's okay. There we go. Let me grab some scissors here. Okay, so that is ready. And then this part I need to get on there before I attach it to the front. And I'm going to just snip the end of it off here with my little Happy Labels punch. This cuts out 3 different sizes. It starts with a half and then 3/4 and then an inch. And my strip here is 3/4. And it does 2 different designs if it's not too much of a glare. This is like a scalloped edge and this is more like a ticket. And I like to always flip it over and make sure that I've got my cardstock flush against the end and that it didn't go crookedy in there. Okay, and this I'm going to put right about there. So let me get some adhesive on the back of this. And then I will snip off the end of that. Hi, Angela. Okay, so got a little bit of adhesive sticking up there. Let me get that. All right. Does that look even? It's kind of hard to tell with those lines back there. Okay, I think that looks pretty straight. And we'll get this snipped off. Okay, I think we are ready to proceed. All right, so that piece is going to go onto the red. So it's just cut at, is it a 16th? I have it just cut slightly bigger. Maybe it's an 1/8 of an inch bigger. So just a little tiny border around the edge here. There we go. And then that will go onto the front of the card there. So this, you know, takes a little bit of work because of the die cutting and coloring, but in the end, it's just really worth it, especially if you are making it for someone that you just care about a lot and you want to show them your love, that you made them a really cool card. Okay, so there's that. And then the inside, I've just got a piece of white since we've got a dark card paste. And I kept my little strips from when I cut my cardstock for that layer. And I'm just going to put some glue on it and run it across the bottom of that just to give it a little something something for the inside. I don't know how much I've got left over. Oh, I've got enough to snip off on each end. There we go. Okay. So this would be a really cute birthday card, or it would be a great Father's Day card, and it does have a Happy Father's Day sentiment in the stamp set. But you could just make it for an anytime card too. Or like I said, you could do like a fun invitation for a barbecue. Okay, so Let's put this all together and serve it up, shall we? Okay, let's put some, I've got to get that toothpick stuck in there. I'm going to put some dimensionals on the back there, like that. And then let's get the toothpick stuck in. Let me put a little dab of glue on the back because it will be easier to put it on first. There's a slit. The die cuts a slit in the top of the hamburger, so it makes it really easy to do this part. Here's my toothpick. So I'm going to stick that in right there. And then I'm going to put the knife down through the top. You know how they do that in restaurants and bring it to your table with the knife stuck down in the top of the burger. Too cute. Okay. All right, let's get some dimensionals on the knife handle. And then I can put a bigger one on the top of, or on the back of this flag. Got to be so careful with that toothpick part. And I don't want my burger just floating up off of the serving board, so I'm going to put glue down at the bottom here. Okay. So the burger, I don't want my knife hanging off the top of the card, so I've got to put it, get it on there. Am I good? Yes, okay. So cute. Okay, let's add the pickle. So I am just going to put a little glue on here, down at the bottom of the pickle. Oh, let me hold this up. Can you see how that color lifter there blended that out in the center of the hamburger? Yeah, that turned out okay. Okay, so we're gonna put the pickle on here. You gotta serve a pickle with the burger, right? There we go. Okay, let's get our fries and ketchup on. I love this card. Okay, so we're gonna put the fries right over here like this. And then put some glue on the back of the ketchup part, not the vellum part. And just a dot up here on this fry. Now you could make that into ranch if you wanted to. Okay, so there you have it. Lunch is served. So cute. All right, let me get things picked up, and then we will have our quick little story time, and I'll show you these little new things that I got here real quick too. Only just a couple of things. Okay, so there's that. Here's the first one I made. Same. Okay, so I'm going to show you these new things. New to me. Okay, I ordered this set, the Wildflower Designs. You know, the thing is, I see other people make things and it's like, oh, now I really like that. I want that. And I love this. And it's got this fun little background doodah here. And then it's got these really cool dies. So you can bundle this. Yeah, you can still bundle this. So it's got these really cool dies here. And then it's got ones that cut out the 4 flowers that are on here. So that's the wildflower designs. And then, well, I showed you this, but I think I showed you this before, right? The potions and spells. I'm not positive. Yeah, because it makes the broom and everything. I know I showed you that. But then in this last order, the one that I just got with the flowers, I got this set, More Wishes. I absolutely love these fonts. So it's got, you know, the cursive small words and then the bigger bold, but you can totally use this for other times besides Christmas because the words are all separate. So I really like that. And this is a photopolymer clear set. So I got that. And then also in that order, these aren't new, but they're in the annual catalog, but these are just the designer series papers that they come out with a different, you know, design of them every year. This year, this catalog only has like 2 design. I mean, so you've got the leaves and this design on one side and the circles and stripes on the other side. And those are the only designs that are in there. But they come in all the different color families. And I really like the regal colors. So I ordered a pack in those colors. And there is going to be a designer series paper sale coming up this next week, I believe. I'll have to get more information for you on that. And it's for certain papers that are in the annual catalog. I had to show you these absolutely gorgeous. It's probably not going to come across as pretty as they are. These are called Blooming Pearls, and they're iridescent. And they are beautiful. When I took them out of the package, it's like, oh my word, those are gorgeous. So I really in particular love the pink ones. They are so pretty. And then you've got the gold. And then, does it tell you the colors? No, but there's the darker ones and the lighter ones in these kind of blue-green. So pretty. And then I got this pack. I love these sort of paintings or scenes. This one's called Thoughtful Journey. So it's all these picture type papers. I really don't want to take them all the way out of the plastic because I'll never get them back in. But let me just flip through so you can kind of see what they look like. There's some of them have scenes on the back side too, and some of them are more just, you know, watercolor looking papers, but they're pretty cool. And these are kind of fun because if you just need a really quick card, you can just add a greeting to them. And that one would be really pretty with that flower set I just got. I love this for like water. Anyway, very pretty papers. And again, those are the Thoughtful Journey. So anyway, I just wanted to show you those things. And let me get my Lucy book. All right. This that we're reading out of right now is the I Love Lucy Guide to Life, Wisdom from Lucy and the Gang. And I know we read those pages already. Lucy's Fashion Tips #2, Accessorize. And there she is with the loving cup on her head that Ricky won for something. I can't remember that episode, what he got that for. Or no, maybe he was going to present it at a horse race or something, and she got it stuck on her head. Husbands appreciate quality time together. And there's Ethel and Fred and Lucy and Ricky out golfing. And the guys don't look any too happy about it. without their wives. So, husbands appreciate quality time together without their wives. Okay, whatever. Ethel says, I've heard him say dozens of times how hard it is to get up a foursome. Fred says, oh, brother. And Ricky says, Ricky, ay, ay, ay. And Lucy says, gee, that's right. We'd really be doing them a favor. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Ricky, can I please be in your show? Please, 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 pretty, please, please, please. Oh, I love Lucy. Okay, where there's a will, there's a way. All right, we'll stop there, you guys. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you liked this fun little burger card. I will put the information if you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you want to order any of these things. You can order with me if you'd like. I will, when I'm done here, I'll go back in and put that information in the description box. I need to get a new host code for this month for August, and I will put that in there as well. Oh, I see I didn't get my French fries stuck down in the ketchup the right way in this one. I did it right over here, but I didn't do it right in my original one. This one, it's really into the ketchup, if you can see it there. That looks way better. This one, I got it stuck behind the ketchup. That's okay. So yeah, I will get a new host code. When you shop with me and spend $50 before shipping and taxes during a month, I send you a thank you gift the following month. If you were to get real excited and spend $150 or more, don't use my host code. You've got to put that host code in though at checkout for your free little gift. But don't use that if you were to spend $150 or more, because you'll be prompted at that point to pick out Hostess gifts. And I will still send you a thank you gift though, okay? All right, thanks so much. You guys have a great weekend ahead, and I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye.